Okay, here we go for my second whiskey of the night. Well, it's really my third. The first one was the Goldstream. That was excellent. Very much surprised me. The second one is this, my Canadian and Isla blend. I gotta make room for stuff in my infinity bottles for the Canadian whiskeys that I'm trying tonight. So it's a complex process. This is my Canadian and Isla blend. I will down another dram from this one and then pour 2 drams from my Canadian infinity bottle, and then there will be room for 3 drams that I'm trying tonight to go into the Canadian infinity bottle. But that's not all, because I have a second Canadian and Isla blend. And I have a second Canadian infinity bottle. So I'm doing this twice. I should have prepared by drinking some of my Canadian infinity during the week, but I was busy drinking other things during the week, and I didn't think of it all that much. It's just that your infinity bottles creep up to that fill level, and when they're full, in order to put more stuff in there, you have to drink some. So I had the Goldstream and I had the Canadian and Isla Infinity, one of them. And now I'm going to have the third, this one. This is a 2 Brewers batch number 23. Now, what is it about the batch number 23? First, I'm going to pour a dram of batch 23, and then I'm going to read all it says on the bottle and what it says on this little tag here that's tagging on. And we got to get through the plastic stuff on top of the cork. Come on, you get off of there. This is 2 Brewers. This is from Whitehorse in the Yukon. I went up to Whitehorse one time. That was in 1997. My dad and I went on a road trip. We went all the way up as far as Inuvik, but we did pass through Whitehorse, and 2 Brewers wasn't there at the time, so we didn't have a chance to try it. We were drinking kokanee, believe it or not. Now, don't tell me this is a tight cork. Okay. Synthetic, semi-tight. It makes the right sounds coming out of the bottle. Okay. I will probably need a Fagnamine glass to see this. Okay, 1 classic. Malts of wide varying character, but typical of mainland Scottish-style whiskies. 2 peated, or singular bold character, or is balanced with malt depth. Peat is king for these drams. Special finishes. I think that's what this is. This is a special finish. Okay. It says, careful cask selection and barrel transfers create complex and distinct character in these malts. Okay. Now what else does it say? I'll put this right back where it was, just for future reference, you know. Okay. Established 2009 Whitehorse, Yukon, 2 Brewers, Yukon single malt whiskey, special finishes. A lightly peated traditional malt with portions finished in both sherry and port barrels, offering a complex balance of subtle fruit, oak, and smoke. Mashed with water from glacier-fed streams in the Yukon, yeah, that's about all you're going to get. 350 mils, 46% alcohol by volume. Bottle number 881 out of 1,170, October 2020. Okay, this is the last bottle that I have from the BC Liquor Store Premium Spirits release. So this stuff was sent right down to BC and the Premium Liquor Store sale. Take 2 lads in the Yukon, stick them on a canoe trip, and lo and behold, in 1997 a brewery was born. Now making beer is a joyous thing, but in 2009 These two blokes decided to buy a still, apply their brewing know-how, and make whiskey. Whiskey made in small releases with a variety of malted and roasted grains using different fermentation techniques and a mix of barrels. The goal is that no two releases are the same, so that as each expression emerges, it is layered and complex and probably never to be repeated. Release 23. Special finishes. Port barrel oak and subtle sherry fruit mingle with an airy peat presence. A caramel coated entry funnels into the tongue. Astringent peat and cask influences merging the sensation. Sweet barrel fruit grips with drying oak and refined smoke in the delicate finish. Non-chill filtered and no added coloring. May turn cloudy when chilled or diluted. I don't think so. It's at 46%. 46% is high enough that it should not turn cloudy. I think 43.4, if I recall what Dr. Don Livermore told me. 43.4 is the limit for. Above that, it won't turn cloudy without chill filtering. I think that's right. Oh. Okay. I'm getting a young malted whiskey, and I am getting fruity notes from the port right away. What was it? Port and sherry? It was port and sherry. Sherry and port. Okay, same thing. I'm getting the port right away. That blackberry, dark berry fruits. Ripe but not dried. Like blackberry lifesavers again. Oh, that's beautiful stuff. This is on the nose anyway, I'm getting a very nice balance between the port and sherry notes that I'm smelling. It's quite beautiful from here. Smells wonderful, like blackberry lifesavers. There's a bit of maltiness too. And there is the sherry and the port, yes. The finishes are there, but they do not completely coat over the malt, the single malt. This is going to be a complex little dram. Let me refresh my palate just a little bit. I think the finishes were done just right. So often you get a finish that's overpowering, that completely covers over all the flavors of the whiskey. And I don't enjoy that. But I enjoy it when there's a finish which adds something more to what was there already. And you can still smell, you can still nose and taste the things that were there already. Yeah. I'm enjoying the nose very much. You know, I forgot to do the anaconda on the last video. That's a no-no. Every video should have at least one anaconda somewhere. Oh, we got legs coming down slowly. Look at those. Look at those. And then secondaries that are hanging on to that ridge. Oh. This is batch 23. I think they're up to batch 24 or 25 now. They put out so many batches. I've had maybe 5 of them. I could go back and buy the ones I haven't tried, but I'd have to make note of which ones I have had. Maybe I should do that. Make note of which ones I've had, and go buy the ones that I haven't tried yet, if I can still get them. Because these are ephemeral. They're like Two Brewers batch. They'll make a batch. It'll be how many bottles? 1,170 bottles out of a, that's the batch. That's the same size batches as you'll get from Shelter Point. Love that nose. Okay, let's try it. Dark ripe fruits and berries. Yet it's quite light for a malt whiskey. Quite light. I'm getting just a hint of banana along with my dark ripe fruits, my berries, my blueberries and blackberries and boysenberries and marionberries and all those berries. It's all berries. So the port and sherry cask influences have brought all these berries on the palate. It's very nice. I'm going to have to do that again. .46% alcohol by volume. Oh, berries again. Berries on the nose. Berries all over the place. This has a very light mouthfeel. And those berries are everywhere. Berries and indistinct, dark, ripe fruits. Not dried. There's no raisin in here. There's more blackberry. There's no prune or fig or date here. It's more raspberry and blackberry and blueberry. And then that kind of covers up any kind of malty note or vanilla or caramel that you would normally get in a Canadian whiskey. But it's a single malt. It says something about peat on the label. I'm not getting much peat at all. This has less peat in it to my nose and palate than a Bunnahabhain 12. And a Bunnahabhain 12 has like 1 or 2 parts per million. This does have that young single malt kind of thing. And once again, I'm getting a little bit of banana on the nose. That's not a bad thing. Bit of banana on the palate too. And yeah, there is a subtle peaty note to it. But that's overpowered by the berries and banana. Yeah. This may prove to be really good. It's all right now, but I think it's going to get better as it opens up. Two Brewers has made some delicious whiskeys. There's a few that I didn't care for so much, but on the whole, they've been delicious like this. Lovely dram. What does our cheers box have to say? Let me just pull this thing out here. What was that? Happy New Year?
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Yeah.
I forgot one thing here in post-production. I forgot to tell you how much it cost. This was the batch 23. The batch 23. Two Brewers. Two Brewers, there it is, $119.99. So, $119.99 would be $119.99. So that would be $6. Goods and services tax plus $12 liquor tax plus 10-cent bottle deposit plus $119.99, grand total of $138.09 out the door. That's what it would cost. Yes, it would. And yes, it did.